Hello and welcome back to Better Than the Best, where I take popular fast food and restaurant menu items suggested by you and make them better. In today's episode, we're making the famed Caramel Frappuccino from Starbucks. So this is the drink. Looks pretty good, but to be honest, I've never wanted to try Starbucks before because I personally think it's really overpriced, but here goes. It's nice, but it's way too sweet for me because I drink coffee only occasionally, but I really like my coffee strong and less sweet. So let me try to make something better. So the first thing for us to do is to take some good coffee beans. But again, you don't have to be fancy like this. You can use instant coffee in this recipe. You can also use espresso. Or alternatively, if you're somebody who anyway makes filter coffee at home, use a filter coffee decoction. Close it up. And we want to blend this into a powder, but not too fine. This is doing the switchboard. Oh, maybe I'm going to try this off cam first. Okay, I just need to put effort. Yeah, it's happening off cam, it's not happening on cam. Can someone hold it then? So I have a strainer, a fine cloth, a bowl, placing them one on top of the other. I'm going to add this freshly ground coffee into the strainer. Now I'm going to add some hot water over this in a slow and steady stream. Essentially, I'm making my own decoction. The target would be to pour a really thin stream of water and try to cover all the ground coffee. Okay, we're just gonna let this drip through. If you have a super fine sieve, you can avoid the cloth. And we're going to repeat the same step with this coffee decoction over the ground coffee again. So that's our coffee ready. So now I'm making a caramel sauce like you would use in any good dessert or in beverage. First the sugar. Spread it evenly in the pan and allow it to start caramelizing first before you start mixing it around. Now that it started caramelizing, I'm just going to mix it around to ensure the color is super even and all the sugar melts. And please, for heaven's sake, use a heat-proof spatula or a wooden spatula or a steel spoon. That's perfectly fine. Like when it's going to reach the color that you like, you want to reduce the flame and add in some butter. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough on how careful you have to be while making caramel. Once my butter has melted in, I am going to add the fresh cream. And at this stage, as soon as you add the fresh cream, take your hands away from the pan because it produces a lot of steam. Now that the cream has also been mixed in super well, I have turned off the flame. To finish, I'm going to add a big pinch of salt and some vanilla essence to finish. We give that a good mix. The one thing that you have to be patient about is cooling down the caramel. That's when you get the correct consistency. At the moment, it will be super runny, but once it cools down, you can thicken up a little bit. So let me tell you what all I have here. I have ice. And ice is what really makes a coffee into a frappuccino. I have the coffee that I brewed a little earlier. My caramel sauce, which is now cool, and as you can see, the consistency is a little thicker. I have a little bit more sugar. I need to make the coffee a little thick, and apparently in Starbucks they use xanthan gum. But let's be honest, no one has those ingredients lying around at home. And finally, milk. Oh, wait, I use cream instead of xanthan gum. I am adding my coffee. Next, I go in with an equal quantity of milk, which is about a cup. And then my cream. 2 big spoons of caramel sauce. So this was a flavor that I found a little less in the caramel frappuccino that I tried from Starbucks because the caramel is a little lighter and doesn't have such strong notes. That's why I chose to make mine a little darker to enhance the flavor of the caramel. Like I said, a lot of ice. A little sugar, but this is purely to taste. And you want to blend this until all the ice breaks up and it's just one smooth drink. All I need to serve my drink is some more caramel sauce, some whipped cream if you're feeling fancy. So this is just a piping bag made from some butter paper, which you use for baking. And finally the drink. And first add a little bit of caramel sauce on the sides. But trust me guys, this is good as it is. I mean, this is an episode of Better Than the Best. We do try to be extra, which is why I'm going the extra mile. but you could just drink it directly from the mixie. Leaving a little room at the top for me to add the whipped cream. And again finish it with a drizzle of caramel on top. Now that Cook's own Gordon Ramsay is here to judge the competition. This tasting session is going to be a little different. You can see both of them. You know which one is Starbucks, you know which one I've made. But I just want you to drink both the drinks as neutrally as possible.
Okay.
And share what your feedback is and which you like better, as usual.
Anyway, I don't drink coffee, so it's going to be like literally first time tasting both. கொஞ்சம் எஃபர்ட் தேவைப்படுதுடா. ஸ்வீட்டாக இருக்குது, காஃபி ஃப்ளேவர், காஃபியோட பிட்டர்னஸ் இருக்குது, அண்ட் கேரமல் சாஸ் இருக்குது. லைக் அந்த sugariness is not from plain sugar, it's caramel as well. See, that felt like sort of having a coffee payasam because it was too sweet.
Thank you. That's the first thing I said when we had. This is really, really sweet. Like, I know it's a caramel frappuccino, but it's insanely sweet.
Folks who have filter coffee at home also, they prefer having a stronger coffee, which means they want to have the taste of milk along with the bitterness of coffee and the richness. So this definitely brings in that.
I thought you don't drink coffee.
Yeah, but I still like it.
So with that, let's end the episode. Like, share and subscribe to Cooked and comment below what you want to see in the next episode, which will air next week.